Police and fire marshals are at the scene of a very serious building fire that happened in Aurora this morning. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. A Bangor teen is in the hospital following a scary crash that left the vehicle hanging from an overpass. And the group Maniacs Cornhole lost members in the Lewiston mass shooting. But they're back doing what they love and raising funds for those affected by that shooting. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Monday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. We invite you to give us a call regarding your project and experience the Renewal by Andersen difference. Alrighty, we had areas of dense fog out there earlier today. Washington County is improving, same with Caribou. It was a little bit earlier this morning as well, northwestern parts of the state. That has since improved as we'll be under a partly cloudy sky as we do move forward, and times looking like a very nice day as we do move forward. Temperatures also looking nice. The winds will not be a big deal either. And most of the northeast looking quiet for now. But if you look further off towards the west, a little bit more active across parts of Iowa and Wisconsin. Showers and storms developing in those areas this afternoon. So futurecast moving forward will be partly cloudy today. Later on tonight, clouds and fog will approach, and we'll have some more clouds moving in as we head towards Tuesday as well. As for the winds, overall not too bad. Roughly at around 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour. The winds will be rather quiet tonight, but picking up a little bit more as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. So for today, here we go. Middle 70s. Partly cloudy. It will be nice out there with that south wind getting up to around 5 miles per hour at times. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy. Areas of dense fog out there with lows in the upper 40s and that south breeze at around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go. Partly cloudy and breezy. Highs in the upper 70s and a south wind at around 20 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. A mixture of clouds and sunshine. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. Firefighters have been on the scene of a serious building fire in Great Pond near Aurora. It was 5:15 this morning when they were called to a residence at 23 Old Dam Way. There aren't many details that have been confirmed yet, but the first units on the scene reported flames coming from the building, and fire and EMS are there. There's no word about the status of the building or the occupants inside. Our crews also saw police and fire marshals on the scene. We'll have more information as it becomes available. The owner of some northern Maine funeral homes is now facing criminal charges. Harold Lamson was arrested Sunday at his home in Lincoln. He's accused of stealing money from funeral trust funds through his businesses in Lincoln and Millinocket. Police searched his businesses after getting reports from several alleged victims. Last week, the Maine Board of Funeral Services reviewed complaints against Lamson. He admitted to allegations that included more than 60 violations and agreed to surrender his license. There's no word on when he'll appear in court to theft charges. A local teenager has been hospitalized following a crash along I-95 in Bangor. According to reports from Maine State Police, troopers responded to a single vehicle crash on I-95 northbound near Stillwater Avenue just before 11 p.m. Saturday night. A 17-year-old reportedly lost control of the truck on wet roadways and was attempting to pass another motorist before striking a guardrail. Authorities say a 17-year-old passenger who was not wearing a seatbelt was ejected from the vehicle. The passenger was taken by ambulance to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center. The extent of their injuries is unknown. The vehicle was left dangling over the side of an overpass. That crash remains under investigation. A head-on crash on Route 1 in Columbia Falls sent 2 people to the hospital on Saturday. According to the Washington County Sheriff's Office, one driver was transported by Life Flight to Eastern Maine Medical Center. The other driver was taken to Down East Community Hospital by ambulance. Thankfully, neither driver's injuries are believed to be life-threatening. That crash is also under investigation. Meanwhile, fire officials are bringing attention to the importance of working smoke detectors after an early morning fire tore through a home in Beaver Cove Township. Just before 3:30 a.m. on Friday, Greenville Fire responded to a burning single-story residence on Spruce Lane in Beaver Cove. Flames could be seen shooting out of every window of the home. Crews hauled water from a nearby pond and then worked to isolate the fire to the home and attached shed. According to Greenville Fire, the homeowner was asleep when the fire started and was awoken by the smoke detectors going off. They were able to escape the burning building through a bedroom window. Greenville Fire reminds everyone to make sure their smoke detectors are working. Another court hearing is delayed for a man accused of stealing 2 police cruisers and leading police on a chase before being shot by law enforcement. An extended family member told us they're glad police didn't seriously hurt or kill Gary Porter and hope he can get on a better path because of this. Mal Meyer has more from the Oxford County Courthouse.
State police say Gary Porter was arrested last week. When the Paris police chief tried to get him out of a police vehicle, Porter slipped his handcuffs to the front, got into the driver's seat, and stole the cruiser. Authorities from multiple agencies chased him down before Porter crashed on Route 117 in Paris. Then, officers opened fire as Porter stole an Oxford County Sheriff's Department vehicle and drove off before crashing and being caught by police. He was shot 1 time, all while wearing a hospital gown.
I'm not sure Mr. Porter does understand what's happening now.
Today was the court's 3rd attempt to hold Porter's first court appearance, delayed twice last week because he appeared catatonic and confused.
He's not in a mental state to have an initial appearance.
Today, his lawyer said he was well enough to proceed, though he was granted a mental health evaluation. But at no time did we actually see Porter because there was a problem connecting with the jail via Zoom.
York County Jail does not have any staff available to connect to the Zoom to provide Mr. Porter to us.
York County Sheriff William King says staff told him that the audio wasn't working for about 10 minutes, and Porter wasn't listed to be arraigned. In the meantime, at least 7 officers are still on paid administrative leave for the shooting. The town of Paris's internal investigation into the police chief's actions continues. He too is on leave. A sergeant with that department is set to come back on Monday. Another hearing is set for Monday afternoon.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, a shipyard in Belfast is expanding what it does. We'll be right back.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Are your gutters weighed down by debris causing them to sag and overflow? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. Clogged gutters lead to costly repairs for your home, so skip the cleaning and stop the clogs with Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter, the world's best gutter, is a high-performance gutter with a lifetime no-clog guarantee. Stop the clutter, get Gutter Shutter. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
My name is Pam Crowley. In 1 year, I had to take care of burial or cremation arrangements for 4 family members, including my husband and my sister. I could not have gotten through everything without my funeral director, Cindy, at Bragdon Kelly Funeral Homes. Cindy greeted us as a friend. During her arrangements, she was so personable. Cindy is so patient and understanding. She gave us assurance, comfort, and she has such a great smile. The best thing that Cindy did is take such good care of my husband. He had some issues before his death. I felt very worried that he would not look right. When I saw him, he looked like my husband. Cindy took excellent care of him. Seeing him definitely helped me feel right. Cindy did more than I ever expected of a funeral director.
Bragdon Kelly Funeral Homes. Let our family serve yours.
When it comes to the whole home heat pump rebates from Efficiency Maine, there's money on the table for everyone, and the experts at Valley Home Services are here to help you get your share. Even if you received a rebate in the past, you can still take advantage of this program with a new Fujitsu heat pump for your whole house. And no matter your income, there's a rebate for you. Let the folks at Valley Home Services lay out a Fujitsu heat pump plan for you so you can start saving on heating and cooling for your home. Don't leave money on the table. Call Valley Home Services today and get your rebate instantly.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The Veterans Affairs Healthcare System in Augusta broke ground on a new facility Saturday. It will help veterans in mental health and substance use recovery heal. Our Callie Warren has the story.
This is truly a milestone in VA Maine's history. This is the future site of a new facility for the Togus Veterans Hospital. The facility will be the home of the Veterans Affairs of Maine Substance Use Disorder Residential Rehabilitation Treatment Program, which aims to help veterans dealing with substance use disorder and other mental health needs.
The new program will enable VA Maine to provide more intensive treatment to veterans, an environment where they can focus solely on their recovery.
Our veterans are very excited, and we know that this is going to really bridge a gap for them and provide a level of care that doesn't already exist but is much needed here.
Veterans like Congressman Jared Golden say a program like this has been discussed for quite some time, and the need for it is ever increasing.
This has been 10 or 15 years in the making. Along the way, there's been a lot of vets who needed a facility like this. I look at the 100 and some odd guys in a company that I served with in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Golden says his hope is that this facility provides much-needed mental health and recovery care for veterans.
There's so many of us who have had similar struggles ourselves. When you don't get the help, it often only gets worse.
Saturday's groundbreaking ceremony for the new building officially commenced construction on the site. This new facility, set to open in the fall of 2025, will be the first of its kind for veterans in the state of Maine. In Augusta, Callie Warren, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
With the 131st legislature now officially adjourned, there are a number of lawmakers who won't be returning to the State House due to term limits. One of those lawmakers is Senate President Troy Jackson, who has served the people of northern Aroostook County for the past 20 years. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard spoke with Jackson after the Senate adjourned after veto day.
I know for a fact that over that time I've helped people, and that was what it was always about.
Senate President Troy Jackson was first elected to the Maine House of Representatives in 2002. Born and raised in Allagash, one of the northernmost towns in the state, and a logger by trade, Jackson got into politics by helping to block the Canadian border in 1998 to protest companies hiring Canadian workers over Maine loggers. Jackson worked his way up the political ladder, culminating in him being elected Senate President 6 years ago.
For me, the honor of the people in northern Aroostook County put me in this position, for such a long time. I can't thank them enough for that. And like I said, it is bittersweet. I mean, it'll be hard not being able to have the ability to help people, like I have in this position, or, change legislation that I felt was wrong for the people I cared about.
Jackson says over his career, he's always tried to leave a positive impact on the state.
I think more than anything, I just want people to know that regardless if they disagreed with me or something, I was always trying to do the best I could for what I thought was the people of the state of Maine. Sometimes that collides with other people's hopes and wishes, but it was always with the best intentions.
While he's not ruling out the possibility of running for a higher office, Jackson says for now, he's going to spend some time fishing and with family.
I mean, anything's possible. I mean, like I said, I just want to spend the time, like I said, getting back to Aroostook County and doing the things that I love doing, and we'll see what goes on.
Jackson says his career is proof positive that anyone, even a boy from Allagash, can rise up to become the second most powerful Democrat in the state. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
On Saturday, hundreds of people helped to continue on the legacy of lives lost in the Lewiston mass shooting. That night, some members of the group Maniacs Cornhole lost their lives. On Saturday, that same league put on a cornhole tournament, raising funds for those affected by the shooting. Asia Reed has the story.
Maniacs Cornhole Family Fund is a nonprofit hosting this cornhole tournament Saturday, aiming for a good time and to raise funds in support of those affected by last year's tragedy in Lewiston.
It's what the cornhole family is all about.
President of the charity group, John Maloney, says 3 of his friends, Joe Walker, Ron Morin, and Peyton Brewer-Ross, lost their lives at Schmenge's Bar and Grill. Some of them were playing cornhole.
I think that's important to carry on the legacy of the victims.
The event took place inside Scarborough's Throttle Car Club. President of the company, Kevin Gross, says this is about bringing the community together.
Energy is phenomenal. I mean, everybody is super passionate.
There's not a specific fundraising goal Saturday. Maloney says anything helps their families and helps keep their memories alive. Since the tragedy unfolded, this charity fund has already created several college scholarships, donated to the Resiliency Center, purchased holiday gifts for families affected, and more. Maloney says today's event is the first of its kind and will happen each year.
People that were lost, that were part of our family, the Maniacs Cornhole group, would want us to keep playing.
Fair winds and following seas led to Front Yard Shipyard in Belfast. The work taking place at the yard goes far beyond various vessels that meet the eye. The shipyard has grown considerably since it was established in 2011, when they're not working on pleasure boats like Nirvana and Journey, or commercial vessels like the Bar Harbor Whale Watchers boat. You can find the shipyard working alongside main brands such as Seabags and slicing granite with their water jet cutting machine. It also has a feature not found in many shipyards, a walking path winding through its yard. The shipyard's president says the harbor walk gives people a chance to witness the staggering size of the vessels up close.
You won't find that anywhere else on the East Coast, where you have a walk, a public walk that goes right through a shipyard. That's just not seen anywhere else. In fact, I have people in the industry coming up here all the time, and they're like, "You let people walk through the yard?"
The accessible harbor walk makes it possible for the yard to host public tours every Tuesday and Thursday. The shipyard's president even gave us a tour through their 6-acre campus. To see that, visit our website, foxbangor.com. After the break, tornadoes touched down in several states over the weekend, and that led to extensive damage. We'll be right back.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
We've been on this property for 47 years. What I've learned along the way is the better tools you have, the easier the job and the better job you get.
He is a former owner of another brand, tractor. He wanted green.
Everything has to be pruned and cut, and there's a lot of stuff that has to get moved. You can't get any more American than John Deere, I don't think.
They don't write songs about any other tractor company. It's John Deere.
Experience United, your local John Deere dealer.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again.
Lowry and Associates can be your lawyers, and there's no fee unless they win money for you.
We don't get paid unless you get paid. We call it the Lowry Guarantee.
You got nothing to lose. Just call the twos. They win or it's free. That's the Lowry Guarantee.
Lowry and Associates settled my case for $300,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Herman Meadow is a very user-friendly golf course. We have some very good rates. We have discounts for military people. We have discounts for seniors, individual and group lessons for juniors.
The greens, especially this year, they're in excellent shape. It's not a course that won't allow you to hit the ball 10 or 12 times on any hole and still have fun.
There's some challenges out there, but there's also some risk rewards.
It's convenient. You can come in Union Street, you can come in Route 2. It's just in a great location.
It's just a fun place to play.
Who has the best kept secret in Penobscot County?
We do!
Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a 5th-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
Now to the shocking death of Iran's president. He was killed in a helicopter crash along with his foreign minister and several others. A drone sent in from Turkey located the crash, detecting a source of heat. That was more than 12 hours after the chopper vanished in bad weather. The president and 8 others were aboard the aircraft at the time of the crash. U.S. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says there was no evidence of foul play. The president was the second most powerful figure in Iran. The question is how his death will impact a region that's already in turmoil. President Joe Biden returns to the White House today after a busy weekend, spending time at several events reaching out to black voters. His likely November rival, former President Donald Trump, was also out on the campaign trail, gaining a new endorsement from the National Rifle Association. ABC's Em Nguyen has the latest.
Re-elect Kamala and me and the Democratic Congress, and we will help the NAACP. We will sign the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, the Freedom to Vote Act, and make Roe v. Wade the law of the land again.
President Biden fired up in swing state Michigan, delivering the keynote address in an annual NAACP dinner. The president taking the stage before African-American voters in Detroit and taking aim at his rival, describing Donald Trump as unhinged, a man unable to accept the 2020 election results.
What do you think he would have done on January the 6th if black Americans had stormed the Capitol? No, I'm serious. What do you think? I can only imagine. Trump isn't running to lead America. He's running for revenge.
That speech, the second major stop Sunday. The president also speaking at Morehouse College, giving a graduation address to students at the historically black school. Some graduates faced away from the president in protest over the war in Gaza.
It's a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. That's why I've called for an immediate ceasefire. An immediate ceasefire to stop the fighting. Bring the hostages home.
Former President Trump also campaigning this weekend, picking up an endorsement from the National Rifle Association, telling the group he will roll back Biden's gun control measures if elected.
They want to take away your rights. Well, I know that better than anybody. They want to take away my rights.
Trump is set to return to court in New York this morning, where his former fixer Michael Cohen will take the stand for the final time in the former president's hush money trial. The trial is expected to wrap up this week without testimony from Trump. The former president faces 34 counts of falsifying business records, which he denies. Meanwhile, President Biden will travel to Boston and New Hampshire tomorrow. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Now to the severe storms in the U.S. Multiple tornadoes were reported across the plains, including this tornado in Oklahoma. The storms are now moving toward the Midwest as other areas brace for record-breaking heat. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the latest.
Overnight, severe weather slamming the plains where multiple tornadoes touched down. This large twister hitting outside Oklahoma City after officials urged residents to seek shelter. At least 3 tornadoes were spotted in Kansas, causing extensive damage in the city of Russell.
She grabbed the dog real quick and just took off east.
The National Weather Service received 8 reports of tornadoes across Colorado, Kansas, and Oklahoma yesterday, and more severe weather is expected today.
Thunderstorms will begin to bubble in the afternoon right in the Great Lakes region during the evening commute, but then sweeping across Nebraska and Iowa. There we could see a few tornadoes. The threat persists on Tuesday, sweeping eastward into places like Kansas City, stretching from Green Bay to Oklahoma City.
Meanwhile, parts of Texas could see triple-digit temperatures this week.
The heat's not going to get any less. It's only going to get hotter from here.
Nearly 250,000 people in the Houston area are still without power after a deadly storm hit last week. Now many are left without air conditioning with record heat on the way. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
Get 2 sausage McMuffin with egg or bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for $4.50.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, it's your dry skin. Every day we lose ceramides I need to seal in moisture. CeraVe delivers 3 essential ceramides to help restore my barrier so I can lock in moisture, feel hydrated, and look healthy.
CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotions.
An official message from Medicare.
A new law is helping us save more money on prescription drugs.
maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, our drug premiums are zero, and our out-of-pocket costs are low.
I enrolled and I'm saving money. If you're single and make less than $23,000 a year, or are a married couple making less than $31,000, you may qualify and save, even if you don't think you qualify. It pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extra help.
Tell the insurance company you mean business. Call Joe Bornstein, right now.
Call the firm that has been getting justice for Mainers for 50 years. If you've been injured in an accident, call Joe.
A new deck is a great, affordable way to improve your home or camp. Hammond Lumber Company can help you create the perfect deck for your outdoor space. Visit Hammond's product showroom and explore their extensive range of decking and railing options. Your Hammond sales rep will be happy to help you with your materials and design choices, and Hammond delivers from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Make this the year you enjoy that new deck you've always wanted. It starts when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Kick your morning routine into high gear with any sized iced coffee for just $1.99.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Water beads are a popular toy many kids enjoy, but the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission warns some can be dangerous and should be thrown away. ABC's Perry Russum has the details.
Water beads have grown in popularity in recent years, especially for some kids with sensory differences or developmental delays and disabilities. But what may look like a harmless toy can also come with serious health hazards and should not be given to young kids. Recent data shows water beads have led to nearly 7,000 ER visits from 2018 to 2022. These beads can expand up to 100 times their original size when exposed to water, potentially blocking the airway if accidentally inhaled or blocking the intestine if ingested. These problems can lead to lifelong disability or even death. Beyond being a choking and intestinal hazard, the Consumer Product Safety Commission says certain water beads made overseas by the companies Jenga Store and Tula Duo in China may contain a dangerous amount of a cancer-causing substance called acrylamide. They should be thrown away immediately if they are in your home. If you're worried your child has accidentally inhaled or ingested a water bead, seek medical help right away or call 911 in an emergency. If you're worried your child may have been exposed to acrylamide, call the Poison Control Center at 1-800-222-1222 or talk to your child's doctor. With this Medical Minute, I'm Perry Russum.
It's a new week. Let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
All righty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by the Furniture Gallery. Spring into savings with exceptional savings in all departments. The Furniture Gallery is a Maine family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and Windham. So let's get into things this afternoon. Fog is starting to clear out of here now. We had a little bit in the northwestern parts of the state earlier this morning, as well as in parts of Washington County and in Caribou, but now we're improving with the sun. That is now coming out. But meanwhile, though, looking very quiet out there under a partly cloudy sky. In fact, most of the Northeast staying rather quiet out there as well. They're looking very nice, thankfully, thanks to things calming down for a bit. But further off towards the west, more active weather passing through where showers and storms are developing during the afternoon period as well. So futurecasts moving forward will be under a partly cloudy sky in our backyard for today. Some clouds and some fog can move in later on tonight, so that may cause some visibility issues for tomorrow. We'll lose the fog by around mid to late morning with more clouds approaching during the afternoon period. And then some rain showers Tuesday night that we'll have to keep an eye on as well. Switching over to maybe some thunderstorms as we head towards Wednesday afternoon. Meanwhile, though, here's the chances for some rain coming up. I'll have to wait until about Tuesday night and Wednesday morning for some of that rain to take place, maybe up to a quarter of an inch in a few spots before we're all finished up. And a little bit more rain coming up later on. And so in total, between now and as we head towards early Friday morning, maybe an inch of rainfall before we're all finished up for the week. Otherwise, though, maybe a little bit of wind out there, maybe a few gusts up to 10 to 15 miles per hour. If you're lucky for it today, maybe a few of those gusts might continue into tonight, but then tomorrow will be the better opportunities for winds that could gust up to around 20 miles per hour at times. As our average high temperature is 67 degrees, we'll do middle 70s today, upper 70s Tuesday, middle 80s Wednesday. It'll be a little bit more humid out there as well. Lower 80s Thursday, upper 70s Friday, lower 70s Saturday, and upper 60s as we head towards your Sunday. Haven't dug out the muggy meter in a while, but definitely need it as things, of course, will remain rather humid as you do move forward at times. And, of course, there's the data that right there, especially Wednesday. Dew points will be back in the middle 60s. So your forecast coming out for today, middle 70s, partly cloudy. It will be nice. South wind getting up to around 5 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy, areas of dense fog, lows in the upper 40s, and that south breeze at around 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, upper 70s, partly cloudy and breezy. South wind getting up to around 20 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by the Furniture Gallery. Chances for showers and thunderstorms Wednesday. It will be warm and humid with highs in the mid-80s. Lower 80s for your Thursday with a chance for storms. Partly cloudy Friday with highs in the upper 70s.
Thank you, Devin. 129 cooking teams from 22 states and 4 foreign countries competed in 3 categories: ribs, shoulder, and whole hog. At this year's World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest in Memphis, Tennessee, the dedicated pitmasters spent days working on their creations, each hoping to be crowned Best in Pork. This year's grand prize winner, the Shed Barbecue from Mississippi. This taco stand in Mexico City, where the tacos cost about $5, is now one of the world's newest Michelin star restaurants. El Café de Leon opened in 1968 and has been wowing customers ever since with fine cuts of meat, the scorching technique of its grill, and its fiery salsa recipes. And now it's received a distinction normally reserved for the world's finest restaurants. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. We'll see you tonight.